Good evening. Welcome to Sunday night in the shadows. Adjust my microphone. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. Sunday, 7 p.m. here in England, in East Anglia. And it's yours truly, Professor Shadow here, going live for another evening of chat. Generally, what we do here is, first of all, I'm going to go over some comments and see who's talking and say thank you. And secondly, we're going to have some people join us who generally come up with great ideas for stories. So let's get started. Once again, I'm absolutely not ready. You'd think I'd be ready 1 week. I'd be here and ready to go. You think I'd be never ready. Let's get these comments up. Crystal, Shelley, good evening. And welcome to you. I'm going to get on. Let me get the comments up first, I think. I haven't responded. Here we go. Is this right? Ta-da! There it is. And John's on as well. Good evening, John. Just literally just started going over the comments right now. So Kathy is on. Oh, Kathy, are you going live tonight? Oh, I can answer your question. I'm right here. I am live. I love how anthologies this video is precious. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, John, thank you. Appreciate your comments, my friend. So incredible. Thank you once again. Hear more of these. It's always open. Who's that? Keith Wilding. Thank you for your comment, Keith. Yeah, I try and have everything open and connected because that's my goal, is to have every story, almost every story, 99% of every story connected in some way on the channel to another story. So it's always going to have that connection somewhere. Shelley, thank you. We've got Daniel, thank you so much. Appreciate that. The problem with YouTube names is quite hard to read sometimes. So is a goat of horror story. Thank you so much, my friend. Appreciate that. Particularly after some of the comments that came on earlier. Hopefully someone's watching this, but they put on there that they believe that my stories were right-wing propaganda. Okay, you don't have to watch it. It wasn't my aim to be that way. Some people are just want to maybe just be heard. We've got another classic. Oh yes, Reinhard von Horst. I have sent you your email over. Don't worry. Thank you very much, Professor. Who's that? Linda Harrington. Thank you, Linda. Appreciate that. Priest 2.0 first. Excellent. Gold star from Sonam. Thank you so much, my friend. As always, Shelley. Thank you, Shelley. Kathy again. One. John. Okay. I see a familiarity in the people that are commenting. Thank you so much. If it's you that are constantly commenting, that really helps my channel a lot. So I do appreciate it. I do appreciate you taking the time to comment on the videos. Like and comment. I'm not sure if it actually helps, but having cat tattoos, yes. Oh, I do hope you like the story in that one. Yes, that's good. My kitties, yes. Thank you so much for that, Kathy. Thank you. That was me. Very, very dark stories, but nice. Hobo Fish, my favorite channel. Well, thank you so much. Hobo Fish 2208. Appreciate that so much. This is badass. Lemonator. The E anyway. Very cool. From Linda. Thank you, Linda. Appreciate that. Exactly like The Thing. Yes. I think I spoke about this one before. This one, I did this werewolf tale, and I wanted to put in there that they find in the ice the werewolf rather than the it came from. Is it the thing from another world where they dig up the ice instead of the vegetable creature? I wanted it to be the werewolf. So yeah, so I did steal like an artist for that one. Not plagiarized. Stole the idea. Got to be silver. Okay, good. I think for enough. Thank you everyone for your comments. I appreciate it. Oh, and how are you all doing this evening? This week has been absolutely manic. Absolutely manic. So I did manage to finally get the last chapter of the part 3 of the where Lucas and Lara in Rise of the Dryad, and I finally got it done today. I got it out earlier. I normally don't put it out. I normally wait at night time when more people are online, but I just wanted to get it there. So if you haven't watched it yet, go ahead and watch it. Which is really cool. And good. I have voodoo stories today. Crystal's coming in with some voodoo. Love potion going wrong. Love you to death. Each story visit a voodoo priest for wrong reasons and evil happenings to them. Yes, so the main character is the voodoo priest, and we have the people come in to the anthology. Nice. Reinhard von Holst is here. Hoist. Was it Holst? Holst. Good. I did send you our first communication. Anyway, howdy, old chap. And last week we were talking about what movie we were talking about. I really loved was The Creature from the Black Lagoon. So I thought I'd dig out the Creature from the Black Lagoon T-shirt to wear on here. So the Creature from the Black Lagoon T-shirt. I have 2 screens. A little one here, which is where the comments, and a big one here. Right? It tells you everything's going right. So yes. Representing, I speak. So what was I saying? Yes, this week has been absolutely manic. So I did manage to get the 3rd part out today. I put it out this morning, and please watch that if you haven't watched it already. Like I said, I normally never put them out in the daytime, but it's just time is running away with me this week. And so I managed to do the anthology, and I put the 3 anthologies together to make a big long one, which I know a lot of people like to just put something on and watch it. And yes, I put that out. So I've got those 2 and the one today. So I've got 2 new stories, but 3 videos. So yes, it's not too bad on a busy week. So that's great. You have one of those weeks where it's just like, as soon as you go to sit down, you need to go do something. It's so hectic, in a good way, of course. I'd rather have lots to do than nothing to do. Okay. Never gets to be number 1. Shirt looks great. Yes. I have another one as well. I have 2. I have this one, which is my favorite one, and I have one in color as well. I prefer this one. I'm a black and white. I favour those black and white movies because it was made in black and white, of course. So, what is the plan? We got planned for this week on the Professor Shadow channel. So, okay, it looks. What we got? Oh, we got Crystal coming up with some ideas. So we're probably going to have an anthology this week. No doubt. At the end of this conversation, I'm going to be inspired by your ideas to create another anthology to put out. They're actually the easiest ones to do. Because you'll notice I don't put that much imagery. So just literally got to do narration. It's done. Trying to steal a married man away from herself. Revenge happens when the man's kids seek help from the voodoo shop. Nice. The Creature from the Black Lagoon is a classic. There's another classic called Them. Oh my goodness, Them is an absolutely amazing. That's one of my favorites. Absolutely. If you dig deep into my videos, my stories, you will see there's quite a lot of, as a quote, called, "And the beast shall inherit the earth." I actually got that quote from Them, the movie, about the giant ants. So, yes, I don't actually know if it's an actual biblical quote, but it's actually from that movie. So, horror about giant radioactive. Yeah, I love that film. Them is absolutely another one of my favorites. With a sci-fi, it's so great. Love it. I really love this era of movies. Is absolutely, for me, the absolute best. Although I was watching one last night, I was watching a movie. I only got halfway through because I was so tired and just so busy. But I was watching a film I've never seen before. I'm gonna have to get out. Get my history up. You ever try to get history on YouTube and it's just like so many. So many. So I'm going to get it. The video, it's called, so the video I watched, it's called Terror in the Haunted House, 1958. The entire movie is on YouTube. I got halfway through that yesterday. I was just absolutely zapped. So I don't know. I'm going to watch the other half tonight. But I was actually really enjoying that movie. It was really good. I had never seen it before. But yes, so Terror in the Haunted House, a film I've never seen before. I was watching last night. I really, really enjoyed it. So you may have already seen it. I don't know. But it's, I truly enjoyed that movie. I'm looking forward to watching the other half tonight. So. Yeah, that's such a great film. I don't have an It T-shirt. And going back for nostalgia purposes, let's see if we go back. There was a game made. It Came from the Desert, and it was based on that movie. And then they brought another one, an add-on, It something else add-on. But yeah, that was one of them movies which was so good. Terror in the Haunted House. I will watch that soon. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know. It's just, I found it really good. It's like, I won't spoil the plot too much, but she has this recurring dream and it starts to happen for real. And it was like, actually, this is quite good. This is good. It's got like a little mystery in there. I actually really enjoy it. Where the firefighter is forced to retire, but he doesn't want to. He loves his job. He's a few years old. It's red pony that helps protect him from when he's saving people. So maybe stops him from burning somehow. Oh my goodness. The imagery that's coming in my head. Now. Imagine this. Now my mind instantly goes to dark places. So obviously if you watch the anthologies I've done already, You'll note that the stories you give, they always have to go to a dark place, of course, because that's the business we're in. But I saw this, what you just put there, the firefighter. I actually like this one. So this is probably going to be a good one. The firefighter. Imagine this. He's the firefighter. He's getting old, and maybe he's got so many burns already, and everything like this. And they ask him, he's got to retire. He's getting on. He's getting old. He can't help as many people. So he goes to the shop, or the voodoo priest, or however we're going to do that, and he gets this magic, the potion, or whatever it is. And now he can't be burned. He can't be burned. He can't be burned. But then, not only did the voodoo priest save him from burning, he's also going to take something from him. He's going to maybe take a soul or something like that. There, so he's just now this body. They feel he's dead. And what about when they try to cremate him and he can't burn? Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! That would be. That could weave into something very, very interesting, I think. That's quite dark, sinister. Perhaps he's aware. He's aware of it. He feels the burns, but it doesn't affect his skin. But because the voodoo priest has taken, maybe they have to make a pledge, and if they break it, the price for the magic is the soul. And they break the pledge, and so they can take the soul. The body's there, but you can't burn it. It doesn't burn. Imagine, he's aware that in the being burned, the crematorium. My goodness, what a horrifying thought. Horrifying. But he can feel it. Oh my God. Okay, so I think I'm going to work definitely. That's actually quite horrible, isn't it? It's quite a horrible one. So, who's going to make the list? Let's get someone to make the list at the end. So make a note on the firefighter. What else do we have, Crystal? Steal a married man away from herself. Revenge happens on a man. And kids seek to help from war. A company who wants to destroy nearby woods that is haunted by Native Americans who seek revenge on anyone on their land. You have to think about this one. Because the company generally, so it's going to have to do something with their workers. The workers are safe, and it goes back to the person that wants to destroy the land in the first place. Wendigos attacking people. So I have something this week. It was basically, I don't want to give it away, but I'm working. I haven't finished it. I've just drafted the first title. I like to get the title. I like to make some imagery and play around and get some ideas. I want to see when I get an idea, like your firefighter idea, and I can then see that. And I had this idea. This what I saw was like this cabin in the snow. And I want to come away from the concept of too much happening, too much. Like suddenly there's werewolves, and vampires, zombies, and dark sorcerers, and all sorts of things happening. There's like overload. And I want to step back a little bit. I'm going to have. I haven't thought of the create. I don't want to use a werewolf because I've been doing too many werewolves lately. I want to use something else. I'm going to have a man in the cabin, and they have they start hallucinating, they seeing things, but there is going to be something there. There is going to be something there, and I want to make it almost there's nothing. You see nothing until the end, and then you barely see it. I want to make that. That's something I'm working on, which I think is going to be really interesting. Of course, I will have to connect it in some way, make a slight connection somewhere. I want to do this as more of like a psychological horror, where we're not seeing too much going on. And, I've got some great ideas for this, so you can look forward to that. We're always throwing ideas. We're always throwing ideas. We love to throw ideas. I just like that idea of that cabin. Maybe you've gone just to get away from everything, and then suddenly it's this freak weather comes in. And now you're trapped. You're trapped there. You're trapped inside this cabin. You can't get out. You've got food, you've got water, but you cannot escape. And then you're running by fire, and you see something outside, some scratch on the window, that type of thing. That's definitely what I got there. Ghost must be their match. Light in graveyard, the spirits in this graveyard. Evil. No one good is buried there. The ghost here. One gets possessed. Another dragged to the catacombs. I always like the idea of the spirit, the undead spirit, ghost, if you like, being able to latch onto someone and slowly steal their life essence, their life force. I think that is like, because it's that whole parasitic thing. That's a good. I find that quite up there. Okay, trapped, but the character is not human. The vampire wakes up not knowing where she is, and now has to find her place in the world. Is this for the one I was saying about? Is this a new one, or is this the idea of this little cabin in the snow that I'm playing with? I think we could put like something like what do we call what's everyone call Bigfoot? Do we call it Bigfoot? Do we call it Yeti? Do we call it what else is there? Was it Skunk Man or something? Skunk Ape? What do we call Bigfoot? Yeah. Oh my goodness, wasn't that an amazing time? So I got that idea. So let's see where did I get the idea from? That Elder is trapped in the ice for many years. Comes out. Of course, the world has gone crimson dawn, so we're in a different part of the world because this is season 2, and the undead has scratching around, all frozen and everything. I actually got the idea. So many years ago, I played this game called World of Warcraft. I played that. I played a game called World of Warcraft. Got into it when it was like called the Frozen Throne, and I played for about a year. Some friends invited me to join. I played for a while, and I really enjoyed that part where it was in the ice, and they got. So I sort of got the ideas from there. So it's not plagiarized; it's taking the ideas, remixing the ideas, and how they work in your scenario. It's a great book if you haven't read it, called Steal Like an Artist. It teaches you, how to see everything as a way to create for yourself. Steal Like an Artist. I can't even remember who it's by now. Let's have a look. I'll just give you Steal Like an Artist. Austin Kleon. Kleon. Steal Like an Artist. Never leave, if you're a creator, never leave anything. Absorb everything. See how you can mix it with your style. Don't steal. You don't actually. You don't steal like you don't steal anything. You take it because there's nothing new in the world. When everything's been done, look at. I play World of Warcraft. I don't play anymore. It was the Frozen Throne where Arthas, he's trapped and he only wakes up and it's controlling all his undead. What a great idea if our Crimson Moon character had a new character, which was Elder, and he awakes from the ice and now he's controlling undead. Brilliant. And the funny thing was that I was on YouTube, a short popped up, and it had this werewolf on it. And it was actually me talking, someone else's channel, and taken my bit and put it on their channel on this werewolf. It's crazy. It's only like 30 seconds of one of my stories. I do not mind you using my stuff. Please credit me so that you can redirect them to my channel. I don't mind you using my stuff, but please credit me and redirect that to my channel. It's probably because I'm live. Probably because I'm live here. I don't know. Let me see if I can fix that. Hello. Sounds okay my end. Probably does go because we're live. It's a little bit interrupted. I can hear it now, yes. Yeah, that's perfect. Yes. Apologise if it's a little bit crackly or garbly. I have the best microphone, the best setup, and we still have. Maybe I can switch. I don't know if you can switch one in live. You can switch the camera. I don't know how. Don't know how that would work. Well, it sounds okay for me on here at the moment. I can hear like a little crackle and it interrupts my voice. Yeah, okay. Unfortunately, we're going to have to deal with that this week. And I will double check and do some sound checks for next week for sure to make sure it's okay. That's probably why. It used to be that if you plug your microphone. So obviously on the computer, you still need to throw knockout. Yeah, absolutely. If you plug your microphone into the, and sometimes you have a USB port, so you've got multiple. You put it in there, and it's like it crackles up. So I plug it straight in to the back of the computer, and supposedly that fixed it. Okay, maybe we've got some issues this week. Okay, some monks protect something called the House of the Dragon. The young monk is curious on what it is and why they protect it. Whoever controls him turns him into a dragon. The monks must save by removing the dragon blade that was in the new monk. I think dragons are just so tough. How do you stop a dragon? How do you stop a dragon? I think maybe a dragon essence or something. I think a dragon is just so a mini dragon, a cute dragon. Good evening, Professor. Hope you're doing well. Tommy's on. Good evening. Long time no see. Long time no see. Tommy has to put up with me when I'm doing the story. Everyone has to be quiet. So I can record. She does a good job. Tommy is my daughter, if you don't know. Into future Professor. So. She's already a whiz with the technology, so I'm sure at some point she'll get something going. Where were we? Where were we? Dragons. The dragon story, but the dragon not that strong. I think the dragon should be like the dragon. I'm trying to say. So like it's a man, and they start developing scales and things like that. So almost like the dragon features. Obviously, not turn into a dragon of myth. I think maybe it's like the curse is that they're slowly becoming the dragon infection or something like this. Maybe that could work. Because they need, in order to stop it, they need something. Maybe they need souls. Maybe they need blood to stop the infection. And then they find out and they realize that it's the red blade. Once removed, the dragon dies. The red blade. I'll have to think on that one. I'll have to think on that one. I maybe the idea in that, or who is it? If it was you, Chris, maybe it was a few weeks back as well. Said about the tattoo idea. Someone gets tattoos and the tattoos start growing. What if it's the tattoo of a dragon? That's, they get something somewhere, and it starts off small, and it starts growing, and it's all over the dragon tattoo. But the more that the dragon tattoo covers the person's body, the more they need to do something. Love the story of the guy. Yeah, because we said last week about the cannibals. So I thought, I'm on 4. I don't want to do a 5. Let's make the creature the cannibal. Because my story was going to be that some guests get invited to this place and they get eaten. Well, that was actually the story, wasn't it? So that was actually the host of the story. So yeah, so I did get in the cannibals. I did get that in when it was just one at the end. So I did manage to do it. It says that part of Hammer House of Horror is called the 13th Guest, and it's where he gets invited to this place and they're eating humans. So that's that similar thing. He gets invited and then they're going to eat them. Awesome. So did you hear the reason why they stopped Game of Thrones stories is because they ran out of history to write. Another awesome idea about why we don't find dragon bones is because they were a bit more like cartilage, like sharks. It's a book from the 1980s. Nice. Will there be more stories about Elder and Serana? And will they have children? They do have children. They do want to have children as children. The Elder and Serana are not a love interest. They are the beginnings of a I think of the word, beginnings of a council, if you like. And because I didn't want to put vampires that have, because all the elders are like they come from pain. Yes, they feel pain when, obviously Elder felt pain when he thought Serana had died, but it was through a connection, not a love interest. But they do have children because they saved 2 children already. They saved 2 children. Now they're adopted children. We had the Gnat and the Flea from the Tall Man series. So now that the Elder and Serana do have the two children in there. Yes, because I didn't want to take them down the path where they start becoming too nice. And I really wanted to emphasize that if you watched my last one, which I've just released, which is Rise of the Dryad, number 2 specifically, part 2, where we have Serana in there, and she's called in for a favor, and you can see that she's still dark, she's still evil, she's not lovey-dovey or anything like this. It's not what I want for the channel. I want them to still be. I still want to be able to, for example, I want to one day maybe make a story just on Elder and how he is still an elder vampire. He's still scary. Once they start falling in love and having, I don't think that's scary anymore. And I want to keep them with that element of vampire. So yes, my friend, they do have children already, but they are the ones that they saved. They're the ones that they saved because they built in their own council. If you remember, the sage had a council of elders, and we still got them to explore. We still got the elders from Crimson Dawn to go over. We did the sage. We have others to do. Yes, exactly, and it turns into Twilight. Yes, it's not scary. It's not scary. I don't think it's scary. We still want them to be able to. Still want them to be able to bring horror to the stories. If I one day, I mean, for example, like I say, part 2 of Rise of the one I just did, Serana's in there for a short bit, and she's quite scary. I think she's quite scary, and I made her scary. You know, she's a vampire. She's a parasitic creature. She drinks the blood from the living. That's not nice. That's never going to be nice. But yes, I will be creating more Elder and Serana stuff. I love those characters. I love working with them. Some of my favorites to work with. I've deliberately not put Elder in much because I have a plan that's coming up. What about a story called Puppet Master? He sells toys, spoils kids, spoils kids, gets his puppet, spoil kids, evil and harm spoil kid families and steal their wealth. I do like the idea of like the you know, coming in because they're so human, and it's from, you know, maybe when you were a kid and you had a toy in the corner. Did it move or not? You don't know. Just like the idea of puppets turn into puppet themselves now works with Puppet Master. Yes. So I did a couple of tales like this already. I did 2 where we had the puppet that steals the life and reverses the role. That because the puppet becomes human and the person turns into the puppet. So I did this. I did this a couple of times already. I saw a face hugger from Alien on a person's face. So still more convincing story than Twilight. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I suppose it has its audience. I mean, everything has its audience. And it's just not what I want to do. I just don't want to go down that route. For me, the vampire, I mean, I remember being a young boy, probably about 6 or 7, and I got as it's offer for Christmas. I harped on my parents. I really want this thing for Christmas. It was a cine projector. We didn't have video, and it was rare that we used to have much TV. We had like 3 channels. And what came with the cine projector was Dracula. It was like a 6-minute cut down version of Dracula. And the way they cut it down on the cine, the Super 8mm in sound, and I watched it, and it was just Bela Lugosi walking through the streets, the fog, climbs in, then he's in a woman's room, his face gets close, you know, and all that first little bit. For me, that is the vampire, you know, hiding in the fog, you know, suddenly it's appearing because it's just its only existence is to drain your life, be parasitic. And what it does, it tries, you know, they can form these councils and groups, but at the end of the day, they are parasitic creatures. That's it. That's what they are. definitely here. I mean, like I say, there's an audience for other things. That's absolutely great. And it's if maybe the people that prefer Twilight would say no, that's not right. Vampire shouldn't be this way. Well, that's absolutely fine to have an opinion, and that's why we're humans. If we didn't have different opinions, it'd be pretty boring. So it's great, and that's why different channels exist. If you want to watch a channel on Twilight, it's great. If you want to watch one on parasitic vampires, it's great too. That's fine. But you won't have Twilight here. How about this? This is dark. Kind of music of a man and a woman. They dance and dance. But one of them is the dead spouse. Carnival music. Okay, so you have to have the story for that. Why we're doing that? There is when I see that, especially Reinhard, because you're in the UK as well. There used to be a program on TV, Ghost Stories, and it was where I can't remember the exact title, but it was where this man every year he went to his hotel room, and it's an old man going to the hotel room, and in the film, in the series, you see the woman in there. He's like, "Oh, hello," it's his wife. But when he leaves, he's on his own. So every year he goes to visit the ghost of his wife. So yeah, that was good. So that could be something there, couldn't it? That could be the reason. It's the only time he can. There's a certain date or time when the worlds merge, the world of the dead and the world of life merge, and they're able for that one moment in time, once per year, to have the dance of the dead. All right, a little bit different. Dead spouse in a coffin, pulls her out. So is she reanimated or just dead? Is it just a corpse that he's dancing with? It's a dead spouse dancing around with a dead corpse. Just mummified. I like so what we got so far. For me, I'm possibly going to think I like the firefighter. The firefighter. Firefighter. What was a graveyard one you said? Graveyard one. Ghost hunters. Ghost hunters. So firefighter, ghost hunters, puppets. I like the idea of carnival music. Right, celebration of Day of the Dead return because now waiting by the town's pollution take over. There is a film called Carnival of the Dead. Was it Carnival of Souls? Any chance we could see werewolves, witches, and champion prefers like a la carte? We've definitely had werewolves. We just had witches and sorcerers, and so yeah, I did the series half man, half vampire. Got 3 or 4, and as soon as I go to do it, something else comes up, and I start doing that. But eventually, it's going to get done. So yes, I had a couple of people saying about they want to see that continued. So I will put some effort and focus into getting that done. Alucard. Count Alucard. What a great film, Son of Dracula with Lon Chaney Jr. And you have on his coffin, Alucard. And you look at it and they're like, if it's spelled backwards, that's Dracula. Great film. Great film. Yeah, I've done a lot of werewolves lately, so I'm going to have to give that a little bit of a break. I'm going to put 3 out. I'll do some time next week. I'll put the 3 together. So I know a lot of people like to watch 3 and just put it on so they can leave it running. Castlevania series on Netflix. I don't know much. Witches, I did. We had the previous werewolf story. Is my story over? The story is never over. The story is never over. In a sense, from where we went, yes, it's over because it's the anthology. But the continuation of the story, I have in mind to do a vampire. So maybe I could use it on the 4th one because I do have an idea for the continuation of that story. I could use that. And of course, it's not going to be pleasant. I did sort of explain a little bit last week what I thought would be a great continuation. I have that in mind. Need revenge. we need to put that revenge with a twist. Of course. Because you were the human in the story. In all of the anthology stories, horror the humans always get a bad deal, right? They always get a bad deal. Kruger, South Africa, perhaps. I nearly moved there. No. Revenge stories are the best for horror. Need revenge. Yes, I thought so too. Kruger is a common. You see Kruger, always think of Freddy Krueger. I don't know, this last week, but down where we are here in East Anglia, I think it's November. We have there's a horror event, and we have Freddy Krueger, Robert England. He's actually doing his last one here. So it's going to be his last one. It'll be interesting. I always think of the currency. The family's from Germany. Freddy v Jason. I actually enjoyed them. I did actually enjoy that one. They should have continued that series. I feel, with the horror characters meeting each other. They should have done more. Where maybe with Jason Voorhees, didn't we? And Freddy Krueger. Should have Michael Myers, someone. I think that would have been amazing. Shelley the Vampire escaped. I have the idea. I already have the idea. I will give you a little bit of revenge. I already have the idea. Good. So we got firefighter, puppets, possibly the vampire one, and there was one more, wasn't there? I can't remember. Scrolling through the chats. You have the dragon idea. I think it was the dead, wasn't it? The dead one. Okay, well, that's going to keep me busy. Try and create 4 tales of that. Puppets, not puppets. The ghost was it? That was the dead one, wasn't it? I think. Yes. Her own army of the undead. Yes. So I did. I did the Swamp Man, which I thought came out actually. I really enjoyed that. That was one of my favorites. We spoke about it last week. Swamp Man, and what can we do with the Swamp Man? I came up with this idea. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed that Swamp Man one. Goes in the swamp. Car crashes. Hasn't been found for a year and then so many months, and then suddenly comes out. He wakes at the bottom. He's like decayed and everything covered in moss. That was a good one. I enjoyed that. I don't believe in ghosts. She counts it saying I don't live far from Shelley. Maybe we should make her first. Make her first victim, John. It's okay because the ghosts believe in you. Nice. Talking about swamp thing. So no, I did a story this week, the anthology one, and the first story of the 4 was a man in the swamp. He crashes his car, goes in the swamp. They find his car, can't find his body, and he's wandering around, wondering why everyone's screaming and running away from him, and he's like all decayed and like that. Yeah, that was a really good one. I enjoyed that. Commissioner Queen Vampire mating with an alpha male werewolf, and then they have a kid who embodies the best of both worlds. What offspring unite vampires and werewolves here. It'd be a rough night. It would be a rough night. Firefighter graveyard. Okay. When they're up, I'll take a screenshot. I'm definitely going to finish the draft for this idea I have. This cabin in the snow. I don't know what it's. I don't even know what creature I'm going to use yet. I'd like to use I'd like to bring somehow the legend of like a Bigfoot thing, but not actually be Bigfoot. The firefighter, the graveyard. Story would be something like that. So yeah, we've got firefighter, graveyard, ghost hunters, where they're being possessed, controlled, and their life essence stolen. And then would look for a fourth one. I think I'm going for a toss-up between the dragon man somehow getting this dragon curse and the vampire one. So toss up between those two. Swamp. Yeah, I really like that swamp mouse. I thought it was a really good one. And the cat one, my goodness. My goodness. Something like that. Firefighter gets dragon scales. Fireproof. Good. I think I got some ideas to do. Definitely going to do my. I need to write the draft for this story I had in mind. I don't know if you guys are the same as me, but once you get that seed in your mind, you have to create it. Let's chuck some ideas around next week. Yes, come on, have a chat, have a look at the comments, let you know what I'm up to, and then throw some ideas around. We can play with that. Yeah, absolutely. You got it. I have so much work as well. I'm on this new course as well, which I need to do, which is like it's taking vast amounts of my time. For some work I'm doing. I need to make sure that I pass this course. It's taking a lot of time. Hence why I haven't put as much as I normally do. So time consuming. Good. And on that note, guys, thank you so much for joining me here and giving me so many ideas and recommendations. I didn't sleep and wrote about 8,000 words. I'm the same. Coffee doesn't really do too much for me, but I gotta. I gotta, like, if I get something started, I gotta get it finished. Damon from Marcus from the Underworld. In your opinion, dead versus who would win in your opinion? I think whoever the writer favors is going to win. I always see those things. I don't know if you see them, where they're like, who would win with Superman, the Hulk, or Superman versus Thor, or this person. I think it's just, hey, what is the story? Who is the writer? That's who's going to win. What if Yeti is a lady that lives over 100 years? She guards her snow village. I'm, I want to do like that idea of that thing, that's like a myth that no one knows if it's real or not. The cabin in the snow, and the man going a little bit stir crazy in there. I start seeing these things at the window. I'd love to put some old, like an old woman, really old. I use vampires and werewolves. I think I've done those quite a lot to move off in a different direction for this particular story. I'll come back to them later. And it's just, I don't know. I haven't got it yet. It hasn't come to me yet. But I really want to get that idea that he keeps seeing this thing, and I don't want to show it. I'm not going to show it. Thank you, my friend. See you soon. I want to get that idea. The old one. Don't see what it is. Yeah, is loved and feared by ladies, but some to see if it exists. Yeah, I'm not even gonna. I'm not gonna call it Yeti or anything like that. I want to call it. I don't want to call it anything. I want the viewer to not even know what it is, but maybe it's this thing. That's not. We'll see. Like I say, I've just got this idea that I'm trying to hold at the minute. Marcus is far of vampires. He would definitely win. Damon v. Marcus. Good. Where was I? Yes. Sorry. That's the problem. You get that idea in your head and you just go off and try to think of these ideas. So I am. On that note, thank you so much for joining. I'm gonna have to shoot off right now, and hopefully the sound was okay. You were able to hear me okay. Once again, thank you so much for your ideas. I do appreciate it. And we'll see what comes up in the story this week. Try and do an anthology and see what we can put in there, and see what we come up with. But definitely, I want to work on that idea that I've got in my head, which is pulling at me, which I want to work with. And we'll see if we can get the anthology done as well. Get those two out this week. Take care, everyone. Have a great week, y'all. We will. Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you, everyone. Crystal, Reinhard, John, Shelley, the ones that give us all the information. And how do you say your name? Rian. And thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it. For giving the ideas. So great. So great. That was great. So just come on here and just blah. Just talk with no script and just get ideas and churn them over and spit them out. It's so great. It's great to have you guys on. Thank you so much. And if you're watching the replay, or you're sitting in the sidelines and I don't be commenting, you are more than welcome to give us ideas or just say hi or anything. because that's what we're here for. You'd love to talk to us, tell us where you're from, tell us what you like. Happy to give you a shout out and welcome you to this family of shadows. And on that night, my friends, I'm going to say goodbye, and I will see you next week. But look out for those tags coming during the week. Thank you so much.